Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Greg with Ideal Trading Ideas, and today we're going to be bringing you trade idea number 18. This is going to be on PBF Energy, ticker symbol PBF, and as you can see, we have our Robinhood portfolio up on the screen, right? So currently valued at $10.77 per share. It's down $1.34 or negative 10.96% for the day. After hours is down 12 cents or negative 1.10%. We're going to run through the charts really quick. 1 week chart says that we're down $2.24 or negative 17.22%. 1 month chart says that we're down $6.78 or negative 38.63%. 3 month chart says that we're down $3.38 or negative 23.89% in the past 3 months. 1 year chart says that we're up $1.44 or positive 15.43% for the year. And the 5 year chart says that we're down $10.91 or negative 50.32%. So over 5 years, you're down 50%, right?
He's getting killed. Oh, no. He's not getting killed. He's getting mad. Come on, whole world's watching. Knock me out. Come on, knock me out. Come on, harder. Get hard. Get harder.
So we're going to scroll down just to show you where I'm in at. We're going to start on the right side. My average cost is $5.30 or 64 cents per share. We own 100 shares. Is 17.28% of our portfolio diversity. Current market value is $1,077, and today's return is negative 146 or negative 11.94%. Total return is $512.90 or 90.92% gain on investment, right? So what's happened when it comes to our PBF Energy stock? Obviously, when we own 100 shares, it's dropped down in price from like $18+, and we'll check, right? I want to say it was $18+. Yeah, $18+ down to now $10.77. So we've lost quite a bit of money when it comes to PBF in terms of the money that we had made from the investment, right? We haven't lost anything off the initial average cost, right? So we still are up by 90%, but at one point we were up by almost 200% or even more. So what we want to do is kind of scroll down and show you guys that we still have made money from our PBF investment, right? Because we always do covered calls on our deals, right? So as you can see, we have one contract valued at negative $58 right now. Today's return is $25 or positive 30.12%. And the total return is $382 or positive 86.82%, right? It says stock collateral 100 shares of PBF, and this is the transaction. PBF $20 call expires on January 21st, 2022, right? It's $1, it's one sell, right? 58 cents. We're gonna click on it to show you exactly what's going on with it and break it down on what it means, right? So we have an average credit per share of $4.40. We own 100 shares, which means they paid us $440 up front, right? We have a PBF break-even price of $24.40, which means that the $20 price right here that we said we would sell at, plus the $4.40 that they paid us, equals the break-even of $24.40. So the person that we were willing to sell it to, or a company or whoever, once it gets up to $24.40, that's their break-even, right? So this is the expiration date of January 21st, 2022. We only own one contract, that's why I said -1. And then obviously we have $440 of credit, right? So this is what they paid us up front a while back. And today's return, $25, and total return $382. So right now, this -58 means that if we want to get rid of this covered call contract that we're in right now, we want to break this contract, we could pay $58 up front. It'll take it out of the $440 that we receive, and we would come out the deal with the $382, right? So $382 or a positive 86%. That is a great deal. I possibly will do that, but I am greedy when it comes to my contracts. I typically like to stay in to the very end, and so I can just clear all the money, right? But hey, we will consider at this particular point, since we are up 86%, to just clear. So once again, if you think about how much money I've made off PBF Energy, just go back one and go up and just take a look at, hey, we're up 512 plus the 440 that they already have paid me for PBF Energy, right? So we're up 512 right now plus 440. That puts us at like 900 and you know, $50+ right? $52 is what I'll say, almost 53, right? And we've lost in terms of the value of PBF Energy about another $800+ So we're up by quite a bit at some point when it comes to PBF Energy, but overall we're still up because, hey, our average cost is $5.64, right? So what we're gonna do is show you that we're still up even more than that because we've actually picked up, we'll click on history, we've actually picked up more than that when it comes to the cover call. So the 440 is what we picked up. This is showing us having to pay some stuff off F115, and then we have a $65 contract that we made some money on. $65 is what we made off of one, and then we make $5 off another. We paid out some money there. It's made $15 right there, and this is when we're buying shares, right? So we actually have made a little bit more money off PBF than $440. And what we're going to do is click on back, and now I'm going to show you guys how to do this covered call contract. So this is going to be for people that already own the shares or somebody that is thinking about buying shares right now, right? So as you look at it, man, I'm losing my voice. As you can see right now, the price is $10.77. So if you decide to buy 100 shares right now, you're going to spend $1,077, right, on those 100 shares. So we're going to click on trade PBF option over here, and now you have our options sheet, right? So we have share price at 1077, and what we want to do is change that buy to sell, and remember to click on call as well. So anybody that doesn't have the shares, the first thing you would do is go ahead and buy your 100 shares of PBF Energy and go ahead and try to get it at a discount of 1077. So the difference in price of what we are saying that we're willing to sell at, right? So that's like what, possibly what, 27 cent difference, right? Something like that, 23 cent difference. So we have our difference in price, and I want to make sure I did that right. So we'll clear everything out. We'll just say 11 minus 1077. Make sure I got my math right. 23 cent difference. Yep, correct. All right, so we have a 23 cent difference if you buy at 1077 and say that you'll sell, which is strike price, sell at $11. And then what they're saying is, if you tell us, or you tell them that you're willing to sell at 11, they'll give you 33 cents per share, or $33 up front, right? Which means that not only if it sells off at $11, you're going to get the 23 cent times 100 shares, which is going to be $23. You also receive $33 up front for saying that you were selling at 11, which puts you at a $56 gain, right? The premium that they gave you plus the difference on sale. Now, this is going to expire July 16th, which is tomorrow. So for people that don't have the shares, they can go in, buy at 1077 and say that they want to sell at 11. Now, if it goes up to 11 or above by July 16th at 4 o'clock or 1600, then it's would sell off at $11. No problem, right? You already received the 33 up front, and then you will get the 23 on the back end, right? So that's what happens if it actually goes to 11 or above. Now, if it doesn't reach $11 by tomorrow at 4 o'clock, what happens is you still receive your $33 up front. You still keep your shares. So if it doesn't reach $11 by 4 o'clock when the market ends, you're going to keep those 100 shares that you own, right? Or that 1,077 that you put in on the deal. So for those of you who didn't want to actually have those shares for that long, you now have those shares for at least another week. And what you would do is actually just go down, or at least another month. You would actually go over here to August 20th. And then once again, you would just go ahead and say, hey, I'm willing to sell those shares at 11, and they're willing to give me $1.15. Once again, if you do the math, $1.15 times 100 shares is $115. So they're willing to give you $115 up front for saying that you would sell at 11. So for those of you who want to just get off those shares right quick, then you would just pick $11. And remember, the difference is still 23 cents from what you originally bought at, which means that you'll possibly make $23 if it goes up to $11 by August 20th. And they gave you $115 up front, which means that if you were just thinking about premium alone, you picked up $115 plus $33 earlier, which is $148. So you picked up $148 in premium on less than a month time frame, or actually within a month time frame, and it's a possibility that you're going to sell off by August 20th, which is going to give you another $23 on top of that, right? So it's going to put you in like that $160+ range, right, from selling off. Now, for those of you who already own the shares and you're in like I am for the long haul, and you believe that PBF Energy is going to go up to $35 plus, personally, it's down to $10.77. Let's say you're not on a long contract like I am. You may decide to say, hey, I want to pick something that's like at $15, because you know PBF Energy tends to kind of shoot up, right? So you may say, oh, I'm willing to go $15 at August 20th. Go ahead and get paid $20 up front. Not a big deal. Or you may decide to go for a longer contract further out in time, right? So you obviously can go out in December. You know, it's up to you how you feel, right? You can go with a $20 contract for 48. You can go with 19. It's just up to you, right? Because some people have gotten the PBF even lower than where I am in it, right? So some people have gotten in at $4 and some change, right? So those of you who have averaged yourselves down, or was able or lucky enough to get in at $4 or even at the $5 range, hey, kudos to you guys. Hey, it's up to you on how you want to make your money, right? You can make it on a monthly basis. I almost said weekly. You can get it on a monthly basis, 2-month basis, or just extend it on out for longer terms, right? So in my case, I really would just go August 20th, and I would probably still pick, well, it's saying $28, but that's probably inaccurate. So because they're offering 1 cent right here. So do we think by August 20th they'll be back at $18? The answer to the question is no, and it probably won't even be at $17. So knowing me, if I was willing to kind of risk that, I would just go ahead and take the $18 bid, take the $8 and be done with it, and keep it moving. If those of you who have tons of shares, let's say 1,000 shares or more, then you know that $8 times 1,000 shares or 10 contracts is going to be $80 in your pocket. So it's kind of up to you on how you choose to kind of move when it comes to PBF Energy. Or those of you who did the long contract with me and it picked up $400+. Remember, if you had 10 contracts, you would have picked up basically $4,400. And right now you could basically pay $50 or $500 and you'll be out the contract, and all the rest of that money that you had picked up would be yours, right? So either way, this is pretty much a simple way to get money on a monthly basis when it comes to PBF Energy, right? There are other ways to get money out of this deal. You can obviously do cash secure puts, but this video is going to be on covered call contracts. So what we'll do is go back to our July 16th, or actually what we'll do is we'll stay on August 20th, right? So for those of you who look at the price, it already jumped $10.85, right? So if we pick the $11 strike and they're giving us $115, we'll just click on that positive sign. We have an $11 call, negative $1.15. Total credit is going to be $1.15. And what we're going to do is just scroll down. Expected profit and loss is $115, right? $115. PBF price now is $179. You can see it's jumping around. This little white ball right here is going to be your break even, $12.15. So what does that mean? That means that this $1.50 is going to be added onto that $11 strike, which is going to be your break even of $12.15, right? Your max loss says unlimited. Is it actually a max loss though? The answer to that question is no, it's not a max loss, because in dealing with covered calls, you're saying that, hey, I'm willing to sell at $11. So anything past $12.15, 16, 17, 12, 30, it says that, hey, you're going to be negative. But the answer is no, you're not going to be negative. This is the money that you are foregoing having because you said that you would sell at $11. So if it went up to 12, $12.50 or whatever money that you pretty much said you don't want, you pretty much said you don't want the money because you said you would sell at 11, and they gave you $115 up front to say that anyway, which means that, hey, at $12.15, it was your break even. Anyway, that's pretty much what was going on, or what will go on if you choose to go that route. Click on continue, and it says short call contracts, 100 shares each, right? So one contract equals 100 shares. So if you own 100 shares, you would put one up there and it covers your 100 shares, right? If you have 1,000 shares and you want to put that up there, you will type in 10, right? And as you can see, that's going to cover 10,000 or 1,000 shares. Limit price is anywhere from 110 to 120. The middle or mid ground is going to be 115. It expires, says good for day. Minimum credit, right? So if you have 1,000 contracts or 1,000 shares, 10 contracts is going to be $1,150 that they're going to pay you up front today if you have 1,000 shares of PBF Energy, right? So for me, I only have 100 shares. I would get $115 up front if I decided to sell my shares off at 11 or expected to sell them off at 11 by August 20th, right? So that's how you can pretty much get some easy money from PBF Energy, especially for the guys that don't plan on holding their shares for a long period of time. Obviously, if you want to, you can pick one of the higher strike prices, because remember, as you go up in price, if you have 100 shares, 11 to 12 is going to be $100 made, because that's $1 move. From 12 to 13, or from 11 to 13 is going to be another $200 made. If you chose the $13 strike and thinking about the premium, so that's going to be 200 plus 50, which is 250. The difference is you just get a smaller premium for possibly making it up to the strike price. So it's up to you on how you want to move. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just showing you what I do with my money and what I will be doing with my money. Anyway, hopefully you guys have been having a good day. Please remember to like, subscribe to the video. If you have any questions, always just drop me a comment in the box. And hey man, you guys have a great one. Bye.